So I'm making this video for Kylie because she was asking me some questions about substitution, but I'm going to post it for Kylie and Avery and Kyle and Kate and Liberty just in case any of the rest of you are struggling as well. We're using substitution to solve systems of equations. So I just picked some problems off IXL, went to the same unit you guys are working on. This was the first question I got. This is a really easy question because one of the two equations, this is the first equation and this is the second equation, is already written in y equal or x equal form. And by that I'm talking about this equation right here that says y equals 10. So I'm going to put this 10 right here, remember the method is called substitution, right here in this equation where the y is. And then I'm going to solve that equation. So I'm going to go 5x plus 10 equal 20. And it wasn't 20, it was negative 20, sorry. Then I'm going to subtract 10 on both sides, of course, to get the x by itself. That's going to give me 5x equals negative 30. So then I'm going to divide by 5 here and divide by 5 here, and x is equal to negative 6, which means what I'd have to plug into IXL would be negative 6, comma 10. First problem. Number 2. On this equation, I've got two equations in the system again, but neither one of them is already written in either x equal or y equal form. So this one would be the easiest one to rewrite because it would only take one step. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it in x equal form because honestly it doesn't matter. And so to do that, I'm going to draw arrows here. I have x plus y equals negative 11. If I want the x to be by itself, I have to subtract y from both sides. And so I'm going to go minus y here and minus y here. Notice that I didn't line the negative 11 and the negative y up because I'm not really taking y away from negative 11 because I can't. These are not like terms. But I can rewrite this expression on this side. And of course over on this side, whoopsies, that's a really thick line. Let's change it. On this side, the positive y and the negative y cancel out. And so you only have the x. And then always write the variable first. So I'm going to write negative y minus 11. And so now this right here will be substituted in this equation where the x is. And here I go. So I'm going to go negative 10 times, and if you're having any troubles with these and messing up, I really suggest this highlighting because it helps you make sure you're putting things where they belong. So it's going to be negative 10 times negative y minus 11. And then I have to finish writing this part. Negative 7y equals 18. Negative 7y equal 18. Now I'm going to distribute, so I have to do negative 10 times negative y, which is going to give me 10y positive, because a negative times a negative. And over here, negative 10 times negative 11 is positive 110. And then I'm just recopying the negative 7y, and I'm recopying the equals 18. Now I'm going to combine like terms, and the terms that are like terms are this and this. Remember that subtracting 7y is the same thing as adding negative 7y, so I can put these together. So I'm going to put 10y together with negative 7y, and that's going to end up giving me positive 3y. So now I have 3y. I'm going to copy this down along with the equals 18. I'm done doing that, now I have to solve for the y in this equation. So first subtract 110. Oops. That's supposed to be a 1, sorry. On both sides. When you do this part of it, these cancel out and all you have is the 3y, so bring that down. Equals, and when you do this, you're going to get negative 92, 18 minus 110. Alright, so now I have to divide by 3 here and divide by 3 here, and that's going to give me y equals 92 divided by 3 is 30 and 2/3. Now I'm not quite done because what I have to do is get an x and a y, and right now all I know is the y, so I have to put this y back into one of the equations. I'm going to go ahead and put it back into this equation because it would be easier. So I'm going to shrink things again a little bit. And move that to the side. So now I'm going x plus 30 and 2/3 equals negative 11. And then to get the x by itself, I'm going to subtract 30 and 2/3 on both sides. And that's going to give me x equals, this is going to be negative 41 and 2/3. So my ordered pair is 30 and 2/3, comma, whoops, no it's not because that's the x and I need the y and I need the x first. It'll be negative 41 and 2/3, comma, 30 and 2/3. Let's do another one. Okay, this one is the easiest one, and we've done problems like this in class. I call this setting equal a lot of times, but it's really substitution. Since both of these are equal to y, then they're both equal to each other, right? If they're both equal to y, then they must be equal to each other. So I'm going to write negative 2x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 9. I need to get the x's on just one side. I think it would be easier to add 2x to both sides, so get rid of the x's over here. So add 2x here and add 2x here. That's going to give me negative 3 is equal to 4x plus 9. Now I'm going to have to subtract 9 here. Oops, it's not working. 9 here and subtract 9 here. That's going to give me negative 12 equals 4x. Divide by 4, and x is equal to negative 3. I'm not done yet, I have to solve for y, so I'm going to shrink everything for a second. A little bit more room here. And so I'm going to put this negative 3, and again, this is all about substitution, back into either of the equations, but I'm going to use this one to solve for y. So I'm going to go y equals 2 times negative 3 plus 9. This, of course, is negative 6 plus 9. And this is going to give me positive 3. I have to shrink that again. I'm running out of room. And so now y is equal to positive 3, which means my ordered pair is negative 3, comma, positive 3. It's really important to make sure that you pay attention to where you put these, especially on IXL, or else they'll count it wrong, and you'll be really frustrated because you're looking for a 90 of smart points. Last one. So on this one, I've got these two equations, and neither one of them is in x equal or y equal form. And the one that would be easiest to rewrite would be this one, because it's already got the y by itself. Now it's not by itself on this side of the equal side, but at least it doesn't have a coefficient in front of it. So we'll do this one, and to do that we're going to subtract 2x on both sides, so minus 2x, and over here minus 2x. Notice I do not line it up underneath the 17 because they're not like terms. This crosses out, and I have y equal, always write the variable first, negative 2x plus 17. So now I'm going to highlight this right here is going to go in the y spot on either, let's put it on in this equation because we've already transformed this one. So we'll put it right here. I'm highlighting there. Okay, so negative 4x minus 10 times, I have to put this in the parentheses, negative 2x plus 17, watch your negatives, equal negative 10. So I'm just double checking to make sure I copied it right because I often make dumb mistakes when I'm copying. It looks good. So now negative 4x, and now I'm multiplying negative 10 times negative 2. That would be positive 20x. Now I'm going to multiply negative 10 times 17. It's going to give me negative 170 equals negative 10. Now I'm going to combine the like terms. These are like terms. If you added negative 4x and positive 20x, you're going to get 16x minus 170 equals negative 10. Now I'll add 170 to both sides so that I'm trying to get the variable x by itself. I'm going to shrink my screen a little bit. Now I'm going to solve for this part of it. 170 and negative 10 equals 160. And over here, these cancel, of course, a negative 170 and a positive 170. So I have 16x. I'm going to divide this by 16. I can already tell it's 10. And this by 16. And x is equal to 10. Now my next step is to go back because I still have to solve for the y value. And I'm going to plug it into this equation right here. So let me shrink the screen a little bit more room. So I'm going to change my highlighter color here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to put this value right here back into this equation in the x spot. So I'm going to go 2 times 10, that's what x is, plus y equals 17. You can already see that y is going to be 7. That's 20 plus y equals 17. Subtract 20 on both sides. And y equal negative 7. Sorry, y does not equal negative 7. Y equals negative 3. Stefan's getting a little crazy here. Okay, so now I've got an x and a y. I've got a 10 and I've got a negative 3. I hope this helps you and have a great night. Remember, you can come in and get some help from me at lunch tomorrow as well. Have a great night.